Today I thought I would talk about how to make the parachute shown in David Anderson's screener where he's asking what color it is. This was I think off of Quizmaker. But what I wanted to show you was just how easy this effect really, or this shape is really easy to create. It's not that difficult. So first what you want to do is you want to get the half, parachute. And this is really pretty easy to accomplish. Now the way I did it yesterday and my one screener is I created this out of a circle. So you just go to insert and then shapes and go to circle. And then you create, the way you cut that in half is you're going to use shape subtract and a square. Okay. So there we go. So I'm going to click on the circle and then the square and then shape subtract. And so that gives you your parachute half. So the next piece you need to do is create your little circles, the cuts here, okay, to give us our ends, and that was also very easy to create. The way I did that was I used a circle, and you can basically, copy these, make like 2 or 3 of these, and you space them to where you want those. This is what I showed yesterday in a screener, but you space them, and then once you got them where you want them, and you cut them out of the image. So set them right there. I subtract the back one. By the way, I'm holding down my shift key while I'm doing this. That's how I select all these, and then I'm going to cut it. So there's my parachute half. Okay. Okay, go ahead and put those back. That's how you do it. And the next part that I did, okay, is David has over here. He had some stitching. His are solid lines. I wanted to do something a little bit differently. I wanted actual stitching. So what I did for this, you see the effect kind of down here, is I took this right here, I copied it, and then I reduced it in size. So really, what you're seeing here, this outside stitching, that's actually this thing right here. So this is actually 2 pieces here. This is an outline of this and reduced, and then underneath of it, this image itself. Okay, so it's just dropped on top of it. Okay. Now to get these little curved lines here, what I did is I went to shapes and I grabbed this curve, this arc right here, and then I changed the style. So went into format, then went into the lines. Okay, and then I changed it. And you can also change the thickness of the line if you want to go thinner or heavier, whatever you want. Okay, that's pretty easy to do. And you can also change the color. So I changed it to black, or in this case, I'm putting it on top of black. I want to make it white. So that's all I had to do for that. And then the final thing right here, this guy, this was so basically these 4 lines, the outside lines, were created with the arc, and the center one was just made a straight, line, and I just made them all dashed, and then I put them on top of this guy. So I had to reduce it and put it on top, and that's how I got my stitching. It's really easy effect to create. Then my next one that I did was I created the lines. The lines were really easy to do. I wanted to make sure they all came together at the same point. So what I did is I drew a line here, and then I started basically connecting the different lines. And this is actually pretty easy to do as well. David, make him that 3D effect, what David did, he made his a little bit thicker, and he did his a little bit more erratic with the placement. But I wanted to make these, a little bit easier to. I just wanted to make them more realistic, connecting to each point of the parachute there. So that's all I did here. And bang, there you go. Okay. Then when I'm done, I just delete this. So here's my parachute, and then I can set these different ones, the ones I want to highlight, to different colors like white. So if you didn't know, in art classes, your darks tend to recede, your lights tend to come forward. Okay, that's how you create a visual effect. That's why they come forward. And so when you're done, you'll have something that looks like this, and then I added some animation, and I'll go ahead and play this for you, show you what it does, and it just comes down. I add a little teeter here, but that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoy it.